When empath stops interacting with narcissists completely, this is what happens. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Empaths Refuge channel. To what degree are empaths able to tolerate and adapt to other people's actions? Empaths are recognized for their tolerance and ability to forgive and will go out of their way to avoid disputes whenever possible. However, this does not permit others to act however they see fit. They still need to be responsible. There are some empaths who, although there is evidence to the contrary, may still have the desire to do whatever it takes to make their relationship with their narcissistic spouse work. However, after having their boundaries repeatedly crossed, they will eventually find the courage to flee and seek protection elsewhere. Sure, it's difficult to walk away from the toxic cycles, especially if they've persisted for a long period and the empath has essentially nothing left to lose. In the wake of such adversity, life can be challenging to say the least. The question then becomes, what happens to the empaths when they find their way out completely free from narcissists? 1. They can find the calm and understanding they've always desired. Avoiding the narcissist is your only chance at freedom. When the narcissist finally goes, the empath's mind will finally be free of all the doubt and pain that the narcissist inflicted on the empath. They no longer have to worry about the consequences of caring too deeply for someone who does not merit their affection. Eventually, empaths can get past the worries and concerns brought on by their interactions with narcissists. Even though it's not as simple as it seems, an empath can easily hit the restart button with one desperate decision. This action demands immense courage and resolve. Individuals must release all of their attachments for their own sake before they begin healing. They consider this method to be their best shot at achieving the long-sought serenity of mind. A person with a high capacity for empathy must make a personal decision to heal. How do you find yourself reacting to the end of that terrible relationship? 2. Personal development finally officially starts. Focusing on one's inner experiences, self-improvement, and personal growth might help the empath recover from the depression brought on by living with a narcissist and begin a new, more fulfilling life. They'll have more time for themselves and those who matter to them. After a while of being with a narcissist, an empath will understand how much time and energy you've squandered. Narcissists learn how much of their own mental energy they have wasted due to their preoccupation with themselves and their needs. The day will come when empaths learn to embrace the existence they were meant to have fully. They will ultimately decide to live their lives independently and follow their passions. Any of this is problematic as long as narcissist uses their calendars and keeps track of their activities. Is there anything stopping you from living life to the fullest? Free, they'll treasure their independence now that they have it. Historical empaths viewed singlehood unfavorably because they believed it to be a lonely and depressing existence. However, if they stop paying attention to the narcissist altogether, their view of independence may change very quickly. What if they were to finally be free to do anything they wanted in peace and quiet? When they look back on this time in their lives, they won't remember it as a terrifying ordeal, but as a source of strength, inspiration, motivation, and happiness. Happiness for an empath is predetermined by their capacity to protect themselves from narcissists and exploiters. Despite their initial resistance to the idea, they will eventually begin to reframe their lives in a more positive perspective due to the narcissist's indoctrination. When empaths recognize that their happiness is not contingent on another person, they will feel a sense of freedom and safety. They will be able to separate their sense of satisfaction from the narcissists and their sense of freedom from the narcissist's idealized version of freedom. So how do you feel about your accomplishments now that you can provide for yourself? Is it in your wheelhouse to emotionally disengage when the occasion calls for it? 4. They have the power to recreate their destinies. A person's already impressive abilities are only amplified by their innate empathic nature. When dating a narcissist, it can be difficult for an empath to pursue new interests, go on adventures, take on new challenges, or even make their favorite cuisine. Through their process of introspection, They've realized that starting anew is the greatest way to overcome the wounds left by their narcissistic partner. Empaths can now find ways to change who they are so they don't give up on themselves and become victims of narcissists' manipulations. Now that the narcissist is no longer in their lives, they have a bright and promising future ahead of them. 5. They'll start attracting connections that are better for their personal development. Relationships with others, especially those that were crucial to the empath before the chaos began, may be placed on hold by a narcissist. This kind of conduct, if it hasn't already, borders on the most serious type of psychological abuse. The empath tries to convince themselves and their partner that they are ready for a change that will result in a healthier and more fulfilling relationship. This means that the empath is getting clearer on what they need, what they want, and how they hope their romantic relationships will progress. The empath's decision to highlight their boundaries will not go well for the narcissist, no matter how hard the narcissist tries to devalue the empath. The only way for an empath to start attracting people who can truly share their values is to refuse to lower their own. As useful as they can be to narcissists, empaths must realize their worth extends so much beyond that of a mere instrument. An empath will not give their love to someone solely interested in themselves. What insights into your empathic nature have you gained by avoiding the narcissist? Have there been times when you wished you had made a different choice? I hope this little explanation makes your day a little better. I hope this message helps you find your way out of the darkness you've lived in since your encounter with the narcissist. There's so much more you than that. Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below if you have any. And to ensure that you don't miss any of the new videos posted on this channel in the future, join this channel and activate the bell icon. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.